Late comedian Patrice O'Neal was a loudmouth and opinionated guy. No one would deny it. He had opinions on women,
Women have to look at themselves as athletes.
comedy,
There's no way I shouldn't be bigger than I am.
race relations,
Because I'm an upstanding white person, I'm going to forget that whole thing.
Hollywood,
Nobody's that fucking talented. Let me tell you something.
and late in his life, he started talking about conspiracies and the Illuminati. This would lead to a few appearances on a controversial show, which we'll discuss later. Patrice was so disturbed by the conspiracy videos he watched that he called Opie from the popular radio show Opie and Anthony to talk for hours with him. Opie and Patrice would bring it to the airways, covering a variety of conspiracy topics, including the Rothschilds.
Rothschild.
We've heard the Rothschild name.
Love his candies.
Who, it's mind-blowing, during the Napoleon War, whatever war that was, the French Revolution or whatever.
Yeah, one of those.
Rothschild found out, because he had family over there, that Napoleon lost. And this is before Google.
Yeah, you couldn't just Google.
So he found out a day early that the war was lost by Napoleon. He put a word out that Napoleon won the war. And everybody was horrified that England lost the war.
Yeah.
Took everything out, everything plunged, England was worthless. Rothschild goes in with $1.50 and buys England. Finds out Napoleon lost. England's worth gwillions now.
Now everything
Guess
goes
who
back
fucking
up.
runs
He bought it at dirt cheap.
dirt cheap.
Now it's worth.
Mr. Rothschild owns England, owns the world. Now America fought their way out of this. This is the spirit of where America came from.
Yeah.
Now we're living under it right now. Now you get up to Woodrow Wilson signing the Federal Reserve Act.
1913.
1913. In
There you go.
1933,
I know my history.
the fucking America collapses.
Bankrupt.
Yeah, that was
The
the big
country
one.
is bankrupt.
They have to borrow more money from the feds.
So the feds, which has nothing to do
Have
with
nothing to do.
the federal government.
They have to borrow more money. This is why, again, a whole nother side shit where they start wars on purpose so they can just keep lending money.
They talked the reasons for wars and the supposed truth behind global
I
warming.
think the damage was, if that did happen, believe me, I'm not
And
one
we
like,
needed this to
I
happen to
don't
go
think-
to war, by the way. We needed something as
to
big as
get everybody
9/11
with American flags on their
to
windows.
fucking go
Yeah.
and fight any war that they told us to fight. What they're doing is they taxing everything that has to do with so-called us fucking up the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Cars, trains, this, that, and
Yeah.
smoke. And what they're doing with that is they're taxing anything that developed countries already have. But what that does is when they're canceling out the global warming, it stops underdeveloped countries from ever developing
Yeah,
cars, trains.
they have to start with the shitty coal
They
burning
have to
fucking
stop.
smokestacks.
Exactly. They have to stay in huts while we go and make deals to own the whole underdeveloped country. They want motherfucking ladies with the titties down to their knees and fucking some guy with his balls hanging down to his
A
knees
stick on his dick.
to come out, right? And to stop developing those countries so that they could just go in and the third world countries are the richest in everything. So they got the diamonds, they got the fucking
minerals and all that.
and they just go fuck yourself. So they're saying, global warming is a farce because Gore. I'm just saying what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Gore has a bunch of companies that's going to benefit from the taxing of global warming. That if we go on a crusade against global warming, he'll get.
So he isn't this nice guy trying to help out the world. He's this fucking underhanded scumbag just trying to fleece.
Patrice was never one to shy away from controversy and would walk a room just for the fun of it. So is it any surprise he showed up on this show?
We're live, my friends. It is September 10th, 2010. We've got a very well-known comedian who's done HBO specials, you name it, who's been on the broadcast before, Patrice O'Neal.
After the family came out I had a heartwarming feeling just to see the black family come out, and you go, wow, man, I'm alive to see that. But then they see the faces, and you see these faces, and you go, man, something's wrong. Like, you just have an instinct, like, why am I not as happy as I should be right now? That's the New World Order instinct. Then you go and you find certain things out. And the one thing, if I have to pick out one thing that got me going, was the fact that the Federal Reserve Bank is private-owned company. That, on the lowest levels, I have never gotten past that. If you go, if there's the eugenics and the globalization and all of this stuff, and out of everything that got me going and keeps my mind in that direction, is that the Federal Reserve is a private-owned company. The thing is, I noticed something about it. I'm a comedian. When I first got into it, heavy, you stop being funny. You really do. You just, nothing's funny. So I had to kind of chill out for a second and figure out how to be funny, back to being funny again, and then still throwing it out to people.
We don't know exactly what trajectory Patrice's career was headed in before his untimely death. As the culture moved into the new decade, it found itself struggling with barriers to free speech. And you'd hear fans asking, what would Patrice say? Makes you wonder, would his interest in conspiracies, the New World Order, and the Federal Reserve have shaped his comedy? We do know that whatever Patrice would have been up to, it would have been funny. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. By the way, check out another video from our archives. And we'll see you next time.